Alright, I think I got a jug. I'm gonna put the camera under and let y'all look at what it looks like underwater. What's up guys, and welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brandon, and on this channel we search for all kinds of history. Today we're going to be heading out and actually getting in the water searching for valuable antique bottles. And I'm going to invite you right now to reach right down there and hit that subscribe button. It would mean a ton if you would do that. Without any further ado, let's go get in the water. Guys, I just got here and I already see a hutch. I can tell that it's broken, but let's see what it is together. Oh, that was an elephant steam. See the embossed elephant on it. Look, the stopper's still hanging in there on the top. She's in not so great shape, but the picture of the elephant's still there, so we'll take that. Definitely keep it and repurpose it for something, but man, I'm hoping that that's a good sign that we're gonna find something pretty killer today. I've only ever found one of these whole ever, and that one's probably the second most complete one that I've ever found. So let's keep going and see if we can find a whole one. That's got me excited. Those elephant hutches, like the one that I just found, complete for many, many years, were around a $75 to $100 bottle. But the bottle market is kind of like the stock market. It has ups and downs, and right now the bottle market is very, very hot. So that same bottle currently is worth about twice as much as it typically would be. If you check the eBay stores, they're selling for around anywhere from $200 to $250 a piece. And I don't know what made the market go up on those, aside from it is a very cool bottle. But a lot of collectors have purged the elephants from their collections in the last few months because of how high the prices are. And I can't say that I blame them. When something's hot and you can make the money, why not? But if I find it, I usually try to keep it, especially if it's like the first one that I've ever found. If it's a second one, it's fair game. And it's going on eBay. Nobody's got room for everything that they find, especially in the bottle world. My mud trail is kind of catching up with me, but I'm going to grab this real quick before it disappears. That was just a common Vicks vapor rub. You can probably see it right down there on the bottom. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on if my camera focuses. There again. That's probably a 1920s bottle. We'll take it though. I'm just not gonna turn the camera off, guys. Here's another bottle. God, that's clean. And that's a 1923. Wow, look right there. You see December 25th, 1923. Not sure that I'll ever be able to get that rock out of there. But that's from Birmingham. And we are kicking butt so far. Holy cow. The other good thing is it means that nobody has walked the creek since the hurricane. I'm the first here, at least in this stretch of the creek, and I'm hopeful that we're gonna find some more hutches. But man, we're doing really good, guys. All right, here's another bottle. Let's see if it's a good one. Oh, just a RC Cola. That would have been an ACL. You can see where the plate would have been right there. Not quite old enough for what we're looking for, but we'll get it out of the creek anyways. Let's keep going. The sun is not being very helpful today. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing a bit of thunder in the background. But I'm not going to let that stop me unless I see actual lightning. If the sun's directly overhead, it really makes a big difference on what you can see in the water. Especially if you're wearing polarized glasses like I am. But we're just going to have to deal with what we got. And you can't pick the weather, and I can't pick my off days. So I'm going to make the best out of the day and continue trucking on down through here and see what we can come up with. I have a feeling, I just have a feeling if we get on down here to the next bend and nobody's searched there, we should find something pretty cool, hopefully. Right here is where I found that hutch several weeks back, the Dixie Steam. That was a good bottle. That was the second one of those, or the third, that I found in the water. So I didn't need to keep it. So I did sell the secondary one on eBay. And for those curious as to what it brought $265. So that was a really, really cool find. And I'm super ecstatic to say that the guy that actually won it messaged me and he watches the channel, and he bought 2 hutches from me. And he actually is going to be giving that, he's setting it aside for his grandson. So he's starting a hutch collection for his grandson. And I thought that was a really cool idea. You know, pass the history on down as they get older, give them something to remember you by, as well as something that should appreciate in value. I mean, they're not making any more of these bottles. They definitely shouldn't depreciate. It looks like it's got deeper right here since I found the hutch here last time. And that's because of the amount of floodwaters that came through here. I tripped on something that almost felt like a bottle. Nope, probably just a big turtle. Yeah, this is way deeper right here now. I almost need to get goggles and dive this particular area. Now that's interesting right there. Something's been digging right underneath of that tree. Let's take a look. That's just about right where I found that hutch. What do y'all think did that right there? It almost looks like somebody, doesn't it? That's weird. Really weird. Who knows? Let's keep going and see what we can come up with. I do see a whiskey neck right down here. Let's take a look at that together. That's a nice older one. That looks like rake marks. Unless somebody was in here when it was really muddy. I mean, that looks like that's from this morning. Who knows? We'll see if we run into anybody on down the creek. All right, there's a broken bottle right here. Oh, that was a nice Pioneer. Dadgummit, it's got a flash way down here, so that's not going to be a drinking glass. It's got a big flash right there too. So that definitely washed out since last time I was here, and if that was somebody raking for bottles, they walked right by that, which I guess is a real possibility. Let's see what this one is right here. It's another Pioneer. Hurricane really did some work, it looks like. Bars like this one right here that I'm on house a ton of glass, so I usually take my time and look for the pieces that my wife likes to turn into jewelry. So you never know what will wash up too. I have found miners tags and stuff like that in the past. See, there's a broken piece right here. Let's see what that is. Oh, that's a hutch. It's another hutch piece. Oh, that was a good one. Dadgummit. Man, I'm finding a bunch of pieces of broke hutches that I've very limitedly have found. I've never found one of these. That's a Pioneer Bottling Works hutch. There again, that's another couple $100 bottle. Man, that hurts my feelings, guys. I can't keep this up. There's got to be something good here. Gotta be. I know a lot of you get a kick out of my southern accent down here in Alabama, so we're gonna go into some southern lingo as we walk around just to pass some time. So when it rains really heavy, we have a couple of things we call it. If I don't fall down, man, these rocks are slick. One of the things we call it is a toad strangler. A toad strangler is a very heavy rain, which means that it floods everything. Got that one from my mama or my grandma, whatever you want to call it. It's mama down here in the south though. Toad strangler. But that's the kind of rains we've had, and that's why I'm finding so many good pieces so close together. That's not a typical thing that happens every single time it rains. It takes a substantial amount of rain for that to happen. So these kind of rains are the ones that produce jugs. They produce new hutches. They produce stuff that's been buried for a long time that is very clean and doesn't have moss growing on it because it wasn't exposed in the sunlight to allow the moss to grow on it. So I haven't found any yet that would just make you go, wow, that thing's fake. But when you find one that looks super clean, that's the one that's been buried. That's the kind of stuff you want to find that has the limited river rash on it. And they usually make a pretty pristine bottle. My goal, or my hopes, I should say, are that one day, just one day, I will be fortunate enough to find one of those buried Coke hutches in a creek that washes out and is just pristine. Knowing me though, I'll probably pull one out that has like the world's worst case of rash. Check that guy out. He looks like the kind that may sting you. Not picking him up, I can tell you that. I guess today is Heartbreaker Day. That right there would have been a 1915 from Brookside, Alabama, and that is an incredibly rare 1915. Man, all of these good pieces, all they're doing is just teasing me. There's got to be one good one hiding around here someplace. I've walked right at a mile, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and walk back upstream and see if I missed anything on the way back up. Then I'm going to get in the truck and move to another spot that's a little bit further up or down, however you're looking at it, and see if we can find anything there. I feel like the further that I got downstream, I started running into some bottles that were stuck in the bank that were broken, that somebody had already been here and beat me to this spot. In the beginning, I was finding a lot because that was a spot that they had missed. So maybe if I do move, like I said, and go a little bit further downstream, I'll get into a virgin spot after the hurricane waters and maybe we'll find something good. I can't end this video at all on a note of all of these heartbreakers. I've got to find at least one. Let's see what this one is together. Oh, that would have been an ACL Dr. Pepper. And right there is a pickle jar. Not what we're looking for. Guess we'll keep going. All right, I'm not positive, but I think that that's a bottle right there. Let's see. It was a bottle. And it's got a crack in it, and it's modern. Man, getting my butt kicked today, guys. It's days like today where you're ready to give up. The weather's not cooperating. The sun's not out. But you just got to keep going because you never know. You could quit one step from a Coke hutch. All right, I think I got a jug. I'm going to put the camera under and let y'all look at what it looks like underwater. So close. Come on, that'd have been a nice little 1 gallon jug. Man, I can't win for losing. Nice piece of Jadeite for my wife to be able to make some earrings out of. So definitely be taking that home. I don't normally get spooked, but I keep on having something hit my leg behind me. And I watched that aqua chigger video where he got attacked by that beaver. And so I'm a little bit leery actually. It made me nervous. I never really thought about rabid beavers being an issue, but I guess anything's possible. I don't know what keeps bumping me. Probably little fish though. I don't have my waders on today because this is a cleaner creek and I can feel everything on my legs. And it's been a little while since I haven't worn my waders in a creek, so maybe it's just my nerves acting up. I don't know. All right, I think I found what's been nipping at my feet. It's a weird fish. He kind of looks sick. I'm gonna let this cloud clear. There he is right here. Look how big he is. I think he's sick, like I said. It's almost like that fish knew he was too sick to swim upstream and he was kind of using me to break the current. It's like, so as I was walking, it's just easier to be behind me, and that's what kept on bumping my leg. He definitely has some issues. I looked at that footage. He looks pretty beat up and he has a lot of the sediment settled on top of him, so I don't know if a snake got him or a turtle or another fish. I don't know, but something's definitely up with him. All right, I see a bottle down there. I'm gonna set my bag down over here because it's pretty deep, so I'm gonna get pretty wet with it. I've got my cell phone in here and I don't want it to get completely soaked. It looks like it may be a common amber bottle, but we're just gonna have to see together. All right, let's get it. Oh, that water's cold when you get it on your belly. Ah, it is common. I got soaking wet for nothing, guys. I guess that's one of my good deeds for the day, to get this bottle out of here. All right, there's a bottle right here. Oh, got a whole Coca-lula. I'll take that. I was hoping for a hutch today, but heck, good crown top pre-1920 is always going to be a win, no matter how you look at it. So let's get that sucker out of here. No chips on the lips, no chips on the heel, no cracks. That'll tumble out nicely. Now, if you can just picture it or imagine, all the way down this creek bank right here, there was saloon after saloon after saloon. And on those saloons, there was back decks, and the back decks overhung the water right here. So you can just imagine what happened after a fifth of whiskey was drank. How much stuff went right over the edge and into the water right here. I always take my time right through here. There's tons of modern trash like the block that you see, but there's also scattered relics and antique bottles. So you really never know what you're going to come up with. I see a couple of broken bottles. Let's take a look together at them. Thought I heard a goat. Did y'all hear that? That was a Chericola, I think. I don't know. That one's a little bit different. Honestly, I'm not for sure if that was a straight side Coke or if that was a Chericola. Usually, no, it's not a Chericola. It just said Chericola on the bottom. It's from Birmingham. It may have been a Nifty Cola, which would have been really cool to find. I see a broken hobble skirt right there. Let's see if it's a rare one. And there's a top to a Ketchup. Let's see what this is. And that's a modern one. So see what I'm saying? You got a 1960s bottle laying right next to a turn of the century bottle. It's just mixed all in here all together. I would love to find one of those. I've never found one whole. So let's see what we can come up with. Turned the camera off too fast. Right beside that was another Pioneer. That's a different variant than we typically find. And I see a crown top sticking out right there too. It's broken though. So there's a lot of stuff right here. Really gonna have to take my time. I hope that I come up with something whole here in just a second. All right, here's another modern looking one sticking out. It looks too small around to be something old. And I was right, it is modern. Gonna need a bigger bag to carry all these broken bottles out. Water has cleared up and the sun has finally came out after multiple hours in the water now. So if you can't tell, it significantly helps the visibility. I don't know what the slogan is. Here's an ACL. It said, made its way by the way it's made. And it says, flavor from the Grapey, Birmingham, Alabama. So I guess it was a Grapey. It's a different kind of label though. Nice 60s or 70s ACL without a doubt. Too bad that the colored label isn't a little bit more intact, but we'll get it out of the water. This looks like a Ketchup or an RC. That's going to be a Ketchup. So many Ketchups. I guess that's America's favorite condiment, right? Take it out. Got a marble. That one's not quite as old as the clay marble that we found here a couple weeks ago, but we'll definitely take it. Like I said, I take these and fill up the mason jars that I find. They make really cool display pieces. So if I would have found this Pioneer hutch whole, that is the only variant of this bottle that I've never found. And it's an extremely tough bottle. I just wish that I would have found it before it was broken. That crack right there in the break looks incredibly fresh. So if I had to guess, this was probably destroyed in the last flood. It probably sat for a long time on the bottom and got hit against a rock after it was uncovered. So in either case, I know probably a lot of you wonder what I do with these hutch pieces that I keep that are broken. And I've been thinking about doing something that I think would be pretty neat. I was gonna see if y'all wanted me to film it and share it with y'all. I've always had an obsession with fish tanks or aquariums, whatever you want to call them. I've been thinking about taking a bunch of the local rock and catching some of the local fish with nets and then making it just like the habitat here at the creek and sink the bottles down into the bottom, into the gravel, and making a display with the broken pieces inside of an aquarium. Y'all let me know if that's something that y'all like for me to share with y'all if I do make that happen. I think it would be pretty neat though, and you know, a good way to display these pieces. There's a bottle right there. Looks modern though. Let's look. Yep. Hey, look, it's got embossed grapes on it. It's pictorial. Definitely modern though. Let's keep going. All right, guys. All in all, it was a pretty good day. I know that I extended the video this week and made it a little bit longer. Y'all let me know if y'all like that longer format. I know that I ramble a lot and that may get on y'all's nerves, so maybe I need to walk more and talk less. Y'all just let me know in the comments. I usually respond to the criticism pretty well. I did have these two Heartbreakers that you're looking at right here, though. I am back at home now. Let's see if y'all can see that elephant. Let's see here, maybe. You can see his trunk over there on the left side, his tail, and his feet right there. That would have been a really cool bottle. That looks like that break had been there for quite a while, so I don't know that that one actually was broken in the last storm. However, like I said, I think that that other Pioneer right here was broken in the last storm because it looks like a fresher break. I am actually pretty excited about this 1923, this Christmas Coke. I normally don't get super excited about these, but this is a very clean bottle, and once it's tumbled, it's going to look really, really good. I don't have a real clean example of a 1923 from Birmingham. That Coca-Lula turned out pretty nice. It's going to look good whenever it's tumbled. And of course, I've got some more pieces for jewelry over here, that Vicks that we found and the marble. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure that you're subscribed. I invite you to do that every week. I know a lot of you watch that may not be, so just go ahead, take the plunge, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next adventure.